Okay, good day everybody. Okay, today's a little cold. It's a cold day. We have like 13 degrees Celsius, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, 11. So let me start by talking about the last dream. And well, all started. Let me see my notes because my dogs here are just really into something. I don't know what's going on with them today. Maybe it's because it's a cold day. So yeah, everything started. I'm talking about what I dreamed last night. Was a very weird dream. Oh, and it all started in a huge factory. It looks like those huge steel factories from the 80s, 90s. And there was this immense truck, pretty much like it looks like a boat, a huge boat, but it was a truck. But the size of it was more like a boat, actually. So we were in this boat trying to charge the materials into it, and we were like a group of 3 or 5 persons there trying to put the material inside the boat. But then the pirates came and they were trying to avoid us to achieve to complete the task of putting the material into the boat. So we had a fight with them. We were hanging all and fighting with them, and in order to put the material on it. So people were crowding to the sides of the truck, and etc. So that was the first part of it. Eventually, we end up with the task, and we went back to the factory, and there was this place was kind of big. So this huge truck was inside, and there were a lot of production areas inside this factory. It looks like a very elongated area. The ceiling was very high, not like normal. You know, factories usually have like 10, 15 meters high ceilings. This and made of steel, and this one had a concrete ceiling. It was made of concrete, and it was even higher. It was like 30 or 40 meters high. And but it was not really a wide area. It was kind of narrow, and so we were down in this area, and there were all these production zones, and so we were going to have like a test or something, and I was reading this book, and the book had a lot of information about materials and stuff, and I was reading it, and a friend came, so stop reading that, you need to read this, and this. And I say, and he marked the places where I need to focus, and I say, no, I want to read it all. So I started reading it, and I realized, well, this is just crap. And I just fast read it, and I end up with the same spots that my friend told me to focus before. So I was kind of, okay, he was right about this. And so I keep on reading. I was like in the administration area of the factory, but at the same time the administration area was inside the factory, in the production area. Was really strange, but that's how it was. So I was in this desk reading, and the production was just in front of me. Now, I kind of have a flashback to when the factory was constructed. Just give me a second. Because as I mentioned, the ceiling was made of concrete, and it was kind of hard to do it because it was really high, and the concrete ceilings are heavy and they need a lot of support to be achieved, to be done. So I was seeing these building workers working on the construction of the ceiling, how they were putting like support structures before the ceiling was let's say well made and stuff, and it looks pretty dangerous and etc. So that was like a small flashback that I had about the ceiling of the factory. Then we went back to the production area, and the boss was talking to us and everything, and saying, "Oh, that person," and giving us instructions on what to do. And we find a person that looks pretty suspicious, and we find out it was spy was a woman. She was spying at us, and then after we end up the meeting, she immediately went out of the factory. So I followed her together with some friends. And so she realized she was being followed and started running, so we run after her, and she hid inside another factory. We went inside as well, and she realized that we were still following her, and she went into the woman's bathroom, and then we were saying, well, should we go in or shouldn't we? So we just waited outside and kind of surrounding the area. At the end she came out, dressed completely different, but we recognized her and we stopped her. And we said, we know you're a spy, and we captured her and bring him back to the factory. So that's the story about the spy on the factory. Then after we went back, the meeting was another meeting was going on, and the boss was still sending instructions. But then, like, the owner of the factory came and started asking questions to the boss and saying, well, what are you doing? What is this? What is that? And why is this person doing this situation? Doing this? It doesn't have to do anything with the factory. And so he said, well, we are investigating gamma rays, how they affect the human body. So I asked this person, it was a woman, I asked her to investigate how the gamma rays affect the male reproduction system, because we're going to do experiments with gamma rays. And there are going to be some people involved, and I want to know how is this going to affect them. So that was the factory. Also, I'm trying to remember a little bit more about the construction, the factory and everything. I remember it was kind of red and a bit dark, and the house was narrow. It was kind of a strange place. But then I started having another dream, and this was about a guy whose wife was lost. So he went to this area of the city where people, let's say homeless people, were commonly living. It was near a huge hospital, and well, like a clinic that was kind of in downtown. So there was this highway on one side and some streets on the front, small streets on the front, and there was this like sidewalk that was kind of huge and have some streets that were pretty narrow and like just for pedestrians. And the homeless people were living there, and this guy was there asking for his wife and interviewing the homeless people. So while he was there, he encountered some other guys, and that were not homeless. They were like a gang or something, and they asked, well, you know what, you look like a good fighter, you need to start fighting. And this guy say, well, I don't want to fight, I have this task, and say, well, we won't let you be here and ask questions and everything, we'll let you fight with these guys. So he started like a career in street fighting with this gang while he was looking for his wife. So he fight one day, and then the other day he took the picture and started asking questions about her in order to find her. And this went on for a long period of time, and he didn't achieve anything at the end. So he ended up fighting some of the gang members just to get out of this fighting club or gang. So he did that. He defeated the leader of the strongest guy there, and then he was free to go, and he kept on doing what he was doing at the beginning, which was looking for her wife, but now in a different location. And that was it, pretty much. My dogs are just turned crazy. This is Bonnie. So what I did last minute was she asked me for the door, so I opened them the door, but because it's cold outside, I need to go back and close it. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.